In this video, we're going to talk about how to properly add media, so videos and pictures mostly, to ProPresenter. There's a couple ways to do it. I'm going to show you the way that we found to be most straightforward, most easy, most robust. So for this week, we got some new images that we're going to use as announcements. We also got a couple new videos. And the first thing to do is in the very top right of ProPresenter, you'll see a little icon that says Media. If you click that button, it opens up our media bin. And so these are, and then there's a couple folders, and these are all of our videos and all of our pictures that we use. You see the main probably folders that you're going to use are foreground videos, so like worship intros, sermon intros, and then the other one is welcome announcements, etc. This is for announcement slides, stuff that rotates in between, before services, pretty much any image. And one thing we like to do is keep it clean. So anything that we won't be able to use again, we'll get rid of. So for instance, this slide for women's event happened on the 3rd. That's passed. It's unlikely that there's going to be a future women's event on a future February 3rd, Thursday at 7 p.m. So we get rid of it just so we can keep it clean. And so you just right click on it and hit delete. And it'll give you the option to delete cues and to move it to trash. If you delete cues, it kind of hides it in ProPresenter, but the file's still there. But we want the file completely gone because we can't use it again. So we'll move it to trash. But then the other stuff you'll see we leave around here, these mostly it's things that aren't dated. So like even something like this is cupcakes. Grab a cupcake before you go, but there's nothing really that prevents us from using it again. So we'll just leave it here. Okay, so we need to go and get the new images and videos that we're going to use. And so what we need to do is we need to open up Finder, and you can get to Finder by kind of hovering your mouse right there on the bottom and clicking Finder. And then if you go to Google Drive, which is up here, it's in Shared Drive, Media, Worship Experiences, and then we're in 2022 right now, and then find the folder that matches the date for the worship experience you're prepping for. So we're prepping for February 6th, and you can see we've got one slide. This is a JPEG, so it's an image for small group leader training. And then we've got a couple of videos that I believe, oh yeah, just looking at the name, they're worship intro videos. And so we're just gonna, well actually, so slides and videos, as you saw, go in different folders. So right now we have the welcome announcements, etc. folder selected. So we're just gonna click this and we're gonna drag it, and we're just gonna drag it right into our media bin, find an open spot, and let go. And now it's in ProPresenter. And you saw that we had it in the Google Drive, but if I right click and do inspector, you can see now the file path is in users Go Church documents. So it copied the file to a safe place where no one's actually accidentally going to delete it, and that's what it's showing. So close out of there. And then one thing we want to do is there's a concept in ProPresenter of background versus foreground. So all of our music slides, these images that are here, those are backgrounds. You can right click and do inspector, nope, media action behavior. You can see backgrounds is checked. And what background does is it allows you to put stuff on top of it. Whereas we want, like words, like lyrics, we can put on top of backgrounds. Whereas we want videos and these images to be, if I do behavior, foregrounds. And that comes in play a couple different places as well. Like the big one is go to next timer, which we'll talk about later. But essentially, videos and images we want to be foreground. Anything that's going to be playing behind song lyrics, we want that to be background. All right, so we brought in the image, and now we want to bring in those two worship intro videos. So we're going to switch over to foreground videos, and we're going to open Finder again. And we're going to command click these two, and then we're just going to drag them in. And this one takes a little longer. There. And then what I'm going to do is, while I'm holding the command button down, so if I just click right now, I'm not holding the command button now. If I just click, it will put the image up there. But you don't always want to do that. Maybe you're working in the background or something. You don't want to throw it up on the screen. What you can do is, let me go to a different one, come back. Okay, so I'm going to hold the command button down now, and now I can select it, and while still holding the command down, I can select more, and that is a way to select things without putting them up on the screen. And so now that I have both of these new ones selected, I'm going to right click, do behavior and foreground. And that is how you properly add media to ProPresenter.